In today's video, I want to read to you something I wrote in my journal. I stopped trying to be understood. I realized recently about a cycle in my lineage, about women remaining complacent and playing it small, holding it together for the sake of family, of being good. The good daughter, the good mom, the good wife. I'm not interested anymore in being good, being liked, and settling for a lukewarm, half-hearted life. I am always thinking back to my message and back to why I make art and back to the driving philosophy of my life. Like, something I think about all the time is about the divine feminine and how I really want to live my best life as a woman. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is itsdianachristine. I'm a filmmaker, and on my YouTube channel, as well as my social media and my newsletter, I share the lessons I learn along my creative journey in hopes of inspiring other creative women to pursue their passions and to live their best, truest lives, In today's video, I want to read to you something I wrote in my journal. So I journal very often. I was doing it daily, but up until recently, I kind of fell off. Like, I was not really journaling daily, but I work on my art every day, whether it's class assignments. I'm in film school. I'm a film student at the moment, so I'm constantly working on film projects and constantly developing my style and my craft. But every day I think about my art, or I do something related that will help me develop my craft. And I am always thinking back to my message and back to why I make art and back to the driving philosophy of my life. Like, something I think about all the time is about the divine feminine and how I really want to live my best life as a woman in this lifetime. I've been breaking a lot of toxic cycles in my maternal lineage, and that's something that I explore in my work a lot. A lot of my protagonists, well, all of my protagonists are women. Like, I aim to tell stories about women and explore the lives of women and depict it from my point of view. And I often come to stories about women breaking a pattern of some kind, or women making a decision that is difficult, because I think, in my opinion, the patriarchy has steeped women for many years into patterns of putting others before ourselves and overgiving, into being a good girl, into people pleasing, keeping the peace, and more. There's so many other things. So in my journal, I wrote a letter, and I want to read it to you, because that's something I've been doing recently, is breaking a lot of patterns when it comes especially to seeking external validation. That's something I personally struggled with a lot, because, well, I think like a cycle for me was about trying to keep the peace, trying to be understood by others, trying to be accepted. And that came at the price of me listening to myself, of me validating myself, and just constantly seeking for external approval. And when it was not given, it would like rock my world. Like, it would affect me so much. But now I'm starting to see that pattern and starting to intentionally break it. And I want to read you my letter. I stopped trying to be understood. I realized recently about a cycle in my lineage, about women remaining complacent and playing it small, holding it together for the sake of family, of being good. The good daughter, the good mom, the good wife. I'm not interested anymore in being good, being liked, and settling for a lukewarm, half-hearted life. I want to know true love with someone else, true love with myself, and true love for how I live my life. I also want to know freedom, self-trust, and independence. Something else the women in my lineage, and also women before me all around the world, did not or could not experience fully, is freedom. Freedom to make their own money, live life on their terms, and have trust in their own decisions, trust in their intuition, and the ability to be selfish. Selfish gets a bad rep when it comes to women, because it helps keep us small and hating each other. Women are called selfish when we choose ourselves and our happiness. We are called crazy when we stand up for ourselves and set boundaries. Keeping ourselves quiet to keep the peace comes at the cost of our growth. And that is not something I'm willing to pay anymore. I am the first woman in my lineage to not have kids and get married as a teenager. It is actually something I resisted and knew I did not want from a young age. I'm also the first woman in my lineage to choose to be an artist as a career. It is not easy by any means, but it has fulfilled me and it pushed me to grow in many ways. To other women out there who are the cycle breakers, whatever that cycle may be, I often felt like a black sheep, but then I realized I was just not in the right environments, being nurtured the way that I needed. I believe that when women do what fulfills them, when we choose ourselves, when we show up for ourselves, when we make our life full with things and people who see us, that changes the world and it will help you find your people.